Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best they can possibly be. Responsible parents ensure that children grow up confident, capable, and curious.
Scott stuck.
Ma'am, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You keep it in a
Maybe
landscape
the
mode,
laptop
no?
got switched off, I don't know.
Aisha, can you keep your phone horizontal?
Ma'am, carry on or else.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is it fine?
No.
No, no, ma'am. You are coming in a.
The other side you can, ma'am. The other side. One more, if you can. Okay, continue.
So will you start?
Continue, ma'am. Continue.
Every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best they can possibly be. Respected dignitaries, fellow teachers, dear parents, and students, good morning to all of you. It is with immense pleasure that I welcome each one of you to this virtual parent orientation program for the academic year 2024-25. As quoted, when families are involved in the education of their children in positive ways, the children maximize on their untapped potentials and are more regular to school and demonstrate positive attitude and behavior. The foundation for good parent teacher relationship is frequent and open communication, mutual respect, and a clear understanding of what is best for each individual child. At DSC, we completely understand the importance of a child's growth and the sensitive role of parents along with the teachers, wherein we foster your child's learning through joint efforts of parents, teachers, and the school. We thank you, dear parents, for choosing us and being part of DSC family. Without further ado, let's begin this wonderful event with a prayer. May I request Soumya ma'am to please lead us to the prayer.
Inspire me
Thank you, Soumya ma'am. Dear parents, today we are meeting virtually, respecting individual spaces while still working together and making progress. Our prime objective of conducting this orientation program is to bring to your knowledge all the scholastic and post scholastic activities, assessments, not to forget the school rules and regulations as well, that we have thoughtfully designed for your child's holistic development so that every parent can be enlightened about the school's curriculum, which will make it easier for you to monitor your child's progress along with us. And you will also get to know how our teachers meticulously work on their students to accelerate their learning. When educating the minds of our youth, one must not forget to educate their hearts. That was the true spirit of our beloved chairman, late Sri P. Madhusudan Rao, who was a noble man with a character of great heights, a man of commitment to the cause of education and progress of society at large. His goal was to take DSC group of institutions to magnificent heights. He had an excellent experience of over 35 years in the field of education. It was his strong belief that schools should groom global citizens who possess good values, healthy attitudes, and exemplary behavior. He asserted that sound education should shape the character of children, nurturing their individuality and training them to be self reliant. People who depart from this earth never truly leave, for they are still alive in our hearts, and through our memories, they live on. The entire DSC family will remember him for his noble intentions, right actions, and complete dedication to build a team in fulfilling the vision and mission of DSC. He may be gone from our side, but never from our hearts. Let's go and pay homage to our founder, late Sri P. Madhusudan Rao, sir. The chairperson, DSC Group of Institutions, Shilpa Ravi Ma'am, is a woman of indomitable spirit and takes keen interest in instilling moral values in children. She is our source of your unwavering commitment to excellence and your visionary leadership have paved the way for countless achievements. We deeply appreciate your dedication and are grateful for your continued encouragement. Thank you for being a pillar of strength for all of us, ma'am. Our own inspiring secretary, Rama Devi ma'am, her timely decisions and constructive approach towards the welfare of the teachers has always motivated us to perform better as teachers, catering to the demand of the learners here. I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your continuous support to us. The innovative environment at school inspires us throughout. Thank you, Rama ma'am, for your invaluable contributions and for always guiding us towards excellence. We are truly grateful for your support and leadership. With a keen eye for detail and deep commitment to excellence, Shashikala ma'am, our academic director, inspires both teachers and students to strive for their best. She fosters an environment for continuous improvement and lifelong learning, guiding us with wisdom and compassion. Her leadership transforms challenges into opportunities, paving the way for academic success and holistic development. We thank you, ma'am, for your continued guidance and support. It is my privilege to speak about our vibrant administrator, Reshmi ma'am, under whose keen observation and expertise we are able to smoothly run our institution. We are indeed fortunate to have an outstanding administrator. Thank you, Reshmi ma'am, for your exceptional leadership and tireless efforts. Your commitment to our institution's growth and your unwavering support inspire us daily. We are deeply grateful for your guidance and for making our school a place where both staff and students can thrive. A good leader takes a little more than his share of the blame, a little less than his share of the credit. A person who has been consuming himself to light others, who is the pride of our school, and we are all honored to have him as our principal. Let's welcome the man of invincible spirit, Principal of DSC Attapur, Mr. Augustine Thomas. An amiable welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Adept, firm, innovative, compassionate, and well respected is our Vice Principal, Malti Ma'am. She equips children with values, knowledge, and skills and encourages every child to flourish in mind, body, and spirit. I would also like to mention that Malti Ma'am is also the coordinator of grades 9th and 10th. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Aisha ma'am.
Enthusiasm is the sparkle in her eyes. A hearty welcome to the energetic, creative, and diligent headmistress and the coordinator of grades 7th and 8th, Lakshmi ma'am, a lady of numerous capacities coupled with hard work, determination, and dedication. A warm welcome to you, ma'am. Leaders provide direction, inspiration, and guidance, but efficient leaders exhibit courage, passion, confidence, commitment, and ambition. They build teams committed to achieving common goals and nurture the strengths and talents of their team members. Their uniqueness is yes, they all have the most common traits in in maintaining the standard of excellence. May I now introduce and welcome our school coordinators. We have Ms. Siji Alexander, coordinator of grades 5 and 6. Ms. Pramola, coordinator of grades 3 and 4. Ms. Vandana Srivastava, coordinator of grades 1 and 2. Ms. Farzana Khan, coordinator of pre-primary. A hearty welcome to you all, ma'ams. Our IT head, Ms. Veena Janjirala, is the one under whose keen observation and technological expertise we are able to work without glitches. We welcome you, ma'am. And now I take the pleasure in welcoming Ms. Sharika, the admin manager. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am. The prime role of the head of the department is to provide strong academic leadership. The head of the department is required to lead, manage, and develop the department to ensure that it achieves the highest possible standards of excellence in all its activities. Let me introduce and welcome the HODs of the various departments. HOD English, Lakshmi Gauri ma'am. HOD Math, Praveen sir. HOD Science, Tabassum ma'am. HOD Social Science, Mr. Rupesh. HOD Hindi, Manisha ma'am. HOD Telugu, Vijayarani ma'am. HOD IT, Miss Veena. HOD Physical Education, Mr. Sudhakar. HOD Work Education, Miss Sujana. HOD VPA, Miss Vandana Singh. Now let me introduce our school counselor, Miss Abhinava Sindhu. In case of academic or behavioral related concerns, you can reach out to the school counselor either personally or through email. Ma'am's ID is shared on the WhatsApp too. She is available during the regular school hours on all working days. Before we proceed further, I would also like to inform our parents that we will be delighted to address your concerns and queries. You are requested to post the queries on the class WhatsApp group so that common concerns will be addressed towards the end of the session. I repeat, you are requested to post the queries on the class WhatsApp group so that common concerns will be addressed towards the end of the session. Now may I invite a respected principal sir to brief the parents about essential agreements and the school rules.
Thank you, Aisha ma'am. Good morning, dear parents and students. On behalf of DSC Attapur, once again, I welcome each one of you for this new academic year. I'm sure that you all had a wonderful holiday, vacation, and I'm sure you are all waiting to come back to school. You can see a vibrant teachers waiting for you, the renovated buildings, ground, everything looks quite beautiful. And my hearty welcome to the new parents who have joined their students this year. I'm sure with your cooperation, we can bring the best out of our students. I'm happy to inform you that we had an excellent result this year for the grade 10th board examinations. Master Ganesh scored 98.2% and he topped the school. Hearty congratulations, Ganesh. Followed by Ashna Sumughi. She scored 98%. And third toppers are Ashayani Leti and Abhinandan Sai. Both scored 97.8%. And around 35 students scored above 90%. So my hearty congratulations to the teachers, students, and the parents for putting a lot of hard work and bringing out this excellent result. I'm sure that this coming year too, we shall do our best, bring the best result from our students. We have the subject toppers over here. In English, two of our students scored 99 out of 100. Hindi, we have three students scoring 99 out of 100. Telugu, we have one student scoring 99 out of 100. And in standard mathematics, we have five students scoring 100 out of 100. Mathematics basic, we have one child scoring 98 out of 100. And in science, we have two students scoring 99 out of 100. And in social studies, we have six students scoring 99 out of 100. And in IT, we have one child scoring 100 out of 100. So my hearty congratulations once again to the parents, students, and the teachers for the excellent result that we had. The vision of our school is to educate young minds and foster ethical, social, and moral values through holistic learning and groom them into responsible global citizens. Our mission is to striving relentlessly to realize the vision by making the best use of quality infrastructure, vital resources, and committed faculty. And everything is in its place, and I'm sure that we can achieve our vision. For the better functioning of any organization, we need to have certain rules and regulations. So we do have a few rules and regulations to function smoothly throughout the academic year. The essential agreements. To get the best from the school for your ward, parents are required to cooperate with the institution in its attempt to help children progress by paying attention to their regularity, punctuality, discipline, and to take interest in their child's work. Dear parents, very, very important that your child is regular, punctual, and disciplined and completes his or her work on time. Parents should check the almanac every day and note the homework and other instructions given and provide conducive environment for studies at home. It's another important point that you are expected to check the almanac of your child and see that you also create a conducive atmosphere for the child to study at home. That is very, very important. There should not be any distractions while the child is studying. Should there be any concern about your ward's progress, it is advisable to write to the principal about the problems and seek guidance. Your letters, mails will be replied only after discussing with the concerned teacher or teachers. If there is any concerns, problems that you're facing, please feel free to write to me or to the concerned coordinators. We shall surely look into the matter and your concern will be addressed at the earliest. Attendance less than 85% may result in detention. I already told you, child needs to be regular to school. Less than 85% of attendance may lead to detention of your child. Students will not be allowed to go home during school hours. Parents are advised not to make any social engagements or medical appointments during working hours. To ensure better discipline, parents are requested not to send their ward to school on the day they have such appointments. Please keep in mind, I get again and again requests, please keep in mind, once the child comes to school, child will be sent back only after the completion of the school. In between, there is no permission. So, if you have got any kind of medical appointments or other engagements, please don't send the child to school. Once the child comes, we will not be sending the child back home till the school is over. Date of birth given at the time of admission will not be changed under any circumstances. So please see that when you are giving your progress card, all those things, the date of birth is correct or not. A copy of the Aadhaar card and caste certificate of your ward must be submitted in order that the details of the students are entered in the UDIS, that is Unified District Information System for Education, used by the Indian government to collect and manage data related to schools and students. The caste certificate is also required for grade 9 CBSE registration and will be used by mentioning the caste of the student at the time of issuing the transfer certificate after completing grade 10th. So you need to submit the Aadhaar card and also the caste certificate. And this year, the government, central government has brought out a permanent education number, PEN number. It can be generated only if the child has got Aadhaar card. So there are a few handful of parents, still they have not submitted the Aadhaar card. I request the parents to look into the matter and submit the Aadhaar card at the earliest. Otherwise, your child's PEN number cannot be generated. So take it seriously. And those who are not submitted, kindly do it at the earliest, latest by end of this month. If your ward is suffering from any contagious disease, he or she will not be permitted to attend this class until a medical certificate is produced. Is clear enough? A leave application on A4 sheet duly supported by a medical certificate should be submitted to the homeroom teacher for sick leave of more than 3 days. The same should be mailed to the principal and the coordinator. The child is absent more than 3 days, you are requested to send a mail with the medical certificate to the principal and the coordinator. Please take care of the personal hygiene of your ward. Ensure he or she is well groomed every day. This is very, very important. I see sometimes children are shabbily dressed, not ironed, the clothes are not ironed, all those things. Please make sure that child sleeps early and get up early, take bath, get ready, and come in proper uniform to the school. If you find them not properly dressed, they'll be sent back home. Students are allowed to use the school telephone only in case of emergency. Parents can leave a message with the front office executive in case of an emergency. The student will not be called to attend any phone call from the class. If you have got any emergency, kindly get in touch with the front office. And I request you all to have the school numbers in your mobile phone so that in case of emergency, you can contact the school office. A student is permitted to leave the school premises in emergency only if he or she has a gate pass which may be collected from the front office with the permission of the principal, vice principal or headmistress. If in case of emergency child need to give, you are supposed to collect the gate pass from the front office. Parents are not permitted to meet the ward or teachers during the working hours. They are refrained from entering classrooms during class hours. You are not supposed to meet the ward or teachers during working hours. Please take note of that. And you are also refrained from entering classrooms during class hours. Parents will receive SMS from school regarding important information. The prescribed school uniform should be worn on all days. If the child is not in proper uniform, he or she will be sent back home unless there is a written communication from the parents stating a valid reason. So it is important that child comes to school in proper uniform. Those parents or children who are not bought the uniform, so the uniform is available, kindly come and buy the uniform. I don't want any child to come from tomorrow in any other dress other than the school uniform. The school is not responsible for the loss of any personal property. However, inquiries can be made at the lost and found counter. That is stationery. If you lose anything, please get in touch with the stationery in charge and it will be kept there. Kindly do it at the earliest. Don't wait for the parent meeting to come so that you can get back your things at the earliest. ID card should be worn every day by all students. Duplicate ID cards will be issued on payment of ₹100. Another important point, please ensure that only vegetarian food is sent for snacks and lunch. This is also another important point. There have been problems regarding this. You are requested not to send non-veg food. Only vegetarian food is sent for snacks and lunch. Non-veg you may have it for breakfast and for dinner. But in the school, for the convenience of everyone, your food should be vegetarian food only. Students should carry their lunch with them in the morning itself. Parents will not be permitted to deliver the same at school. So another important point, sometimes parents come 9:30, 10 like that. You are not supposed to deliver the tiffin box or lunch box afterwards. The child should carry the lunch box along with them in the morning itself. Please make sure that it is sent along with the child. To ensure the safety of students, attendee cards must be shown at the gate during dispersal and also at the alighting point for students who avail the school transport. Whoever is going to come to collect the child, please see that you bring and show the attendee card it is for the safety of the child. So there is don't pick up arguments with the security or the teachers. So it is important that you bring the attendee card. Parents are requested not to drop their wards at the school before 8:10 a.m. and ensure that they are picked up by 3:30 p.m. before and after which the school will not be held responsible for the safety of your ward. Please don't drop your child before 8:10 and by 3:30 p.m. you must collect your child from the school because the staff have got other responsibilities after that. So please ensure that you pick up your child by 3:30 p.m. latest. School gets over by 3:15. And don't drop the child before 8:10 a.m. On transfer, students must be picked up by 3:30 p.m. after which the school will not be held responsible for the safety of your ward. Assist and guide your ward in doing his or her homework. Yes, this is also important point. You need to, I already told you, we need to have a conducive atmosphere. You are expected to assist and guide, not do the homework. You help them, guide them how to go about. That is what you are expected to do. All circulars will be uploaded the parental mobile app. No hard copy of the same will be issued to the students. I request all the parents to check the mobile app on a day-to-day basis. So all the information regarding school will be uploaded on the mobile app. School rules. Students are expected to be on time to school, that is latest by 8:30 a.m. Please ensure that your child reaches at least by 8:25 so that last minute commotion is not there in the ground or at the gate. So start early, see that you bring your child by 8:25, latest by 8:30. School gate will be closed at 8:30 a.m. Latecomers will be sent home after issuing 3 warnings. Kindly avoid arguments and explanations in such cases. Gate will be closed at 8:30 a.m. Don't pick up any kind of arguments with the staff or the security people. If they are doing it, they are doing under the instruction given by the school management. They are doing their duty. Please ensure that you reach the school on time. This is one of the essential things that a child needs to follow in his or her life, being punctual to school. Every student should carry the almanac to school and wear his or her ID cards. That is very, very important. Each and every day, they need to carry the almanac and the ID cards to school. Moving from one classroom to the other between periods should be done in silence and in an orderly manner. So children, when they are going after each class, they should go in silence in an orderly manner. Please instruct your children to be disciplined and follow the rules and regulations. Students should be always be clean and neatly dressed. School uniform should be worn on all working days, PTMs and school functions. Students who are slovenly or not in proper uniform will be sent home. Already I told you, please come in proper, neat and clean uniform. And uniform has to be worn on working days, PTMs and school functions. Nowadays I see some students are not coming in school uniform on PTM days. Please ensure that you come dressed in school uniforms for PTM. If you are not properly dressed, you will be sent home. Boys should get their hair trimmed at regular intervals. Girls with shoulder length or long hair should make 2 plaits using black bands. A hairband or a neat ponytail should be spotted for very short or short hair. fancy haircut for boys is strictly prohibited. You are supposed to have the normal haircut for the boys, and girls are supposed to have two plaits for their hair. Religious dress, leggings, and traditional headgear for girls is strictly prohibited. Fancy earrings, tattoos, mehendi, nail paints, etc. are not allowed. Please ensure that your children are dressed in school uniform when they come to school. No fancy earrings, tattoos, mehendis, or nail polish. Students are required to speak only in English within the school premises. Use of foul language, obscene gestures, racial and disrespectful language or action will not be encouraged. Fighting, hitting, or assaulting anyone will have serious consequences. So please inform your child to speak only in English and use decent language. No use of filthy or obscene language. And no, there should not be any fight. If the child is having any problems, ask the child to report to the class teacher, coordinator, or to me. There should not be any kind of fighting between the students. We will not tolerate any kind of indiscipline in the school. The school reserves the right to suspend students whose conduct is deemed harmful to other students after 3 written warnings. It's clear. If the child is not behaving properly, he'll be given warning, then he will be suspended from the school. Students should take pride in maintaining the school property. Any damage is liable to be penalized. Littering inside the bus and throwing things through the window of the bus is strictly prohibited. Kindly inform your child to take care of the property of the school. They shall not damage anything, any furniture. If we find that they are damaging, they will be penalized. And also littering inside the bus, throwing things through the windows, all these things are not permitted. No expensive or fancy articles, electronic gadgets should be brought to school. They are not supposed to bring any kind of fancy articles or electronic gadgets to school. Wearing a watch till grade 8 is strictly prohibited and will be confiscated and given only at the end of the academic year. Till 8th class, they are not supposed to wear watch also. Only grades 9th and 10th are permitted to use the watch. Others are not supposed to wear the watch. This is another important point. Distribution of only one sweet or toffee per student is allowed on a birthday. Students from nursery to grade 10th can come in civil dress with decent outfits on their birthdays. Birthday celebrations, takeaway and distribution of return gifts to the class is strictly prohibited. However, a book or a sapling can be donated to the school, which will be duly acknowledged. You are expected to give one sweet or toffee per student, and there is no distribution of return gifts or birthday celebrations in the school. And child can come in civil dress with decent outfits. So please note all these points. Suppose you want to contribute something, you may contribute a book or a sapling to the school. Students who come to school with their attendance should not leave before the attendant arrives. In case of delay, they should report to the school. Please instruct your ward not to leave the school campus with anybody other than the concerned attendant or yourself. They shall not go with their friends relatives, neighbors, all those things. So please instruct your child not to leave the school campus. And if you are late to pick up the child, please inform the front office so that we will bring the child and keep them in the administrative block. So this is very, very important, important point, keeping in view of the safety of the child, that they shall not leave the school campus without the attendant. Bullying is strictly prohibited inside the school premises. Strict action will be taken against those who indulge in bullying. There is no bullying, no groupism, anything. The children are here to study and they have to adhere to the school rules. They shall not bully any students. If it comes to our notice, strict action will be initiated. New initiatives. Of course, we have tie-up with Health Basics in school healthcare. They are partnering with us. We have a nurse station in the school to take care of if there is any kind of untoward, injury or any kind of untoward incident. There is a nurse station, and also we have doctors on call. So we'll be taking care of the health of the students very seriously. Then we have e-library, and please instruct your child to make use of e-library. This can be accessed from home also. So they can log in and they can read number of books which will enhance their knowledge. So please motivate and encourage your child to read a number of books. And we have list of holidays. I request the parents to have a look at it and plan your programs accordingly so that the child does not miss the classes. Now 17th June, that is coming Wednesday, we have Bakrid, and 17th July again we have Muharram, 29th July we have Bonalu, and 16th August Varalakshmi Vradam, 19th August Raksha Bandhan, 26th August Janmashtami, 7th September Ganesh Chaturthi, and 17th September 2024 we have Miladun Nabi and Ganesh Immersion Day. So these are the list of holidays for the term 1. Then term 2 we have 2nd October Gandhi Jayanti and the first term vacation. Please make a note of it and plan your vacation accordingly. It is from 3rd October to 12th October. That is the first term vacation. So if you have got any engagements, kindly plan during the school vacation so that the child does not miss the classes. Then we have Diwali 31st and 1st November. 15th November we have Guru Nanak Jayanti. 25th December Christmas. 26th December Boxing Day. 1st January New Year's Day. And 13th to 16th January we have the winter break. So another 3-4 days you have there. Kindly plan your programs on those days. And 26th February we have Mahashivratri. 14th March we have Holi. And 31st and 1st April we have Eid ul-Fitr. And 5th April we have Babu Jagajeevan Rao Jayanti. 11th April we have Good Friday. And 14th April we have B.R. Ambedkar Jayanti. So these are the holidays for the term 1 and term 2. So kindly plan your programs looking these holidays in view. And we have the key contacts here. We have the email ID of academic director Shashi ma'am, and we have PG Rashmi, administrator, and Augustine Thomas, principal. Your mail should be sent to principal.at@dschyd.com if the child is absent. And we have the lead team, vice principal and coordinator of grade 9th and 10, Miss Malati Ramakrishna. She is the VP and coordinator for grades 9th and 10th. Miss Lashmi Gauri, she is the headmistress and coordinator for grades 7th and 8th. And we have Miss Siji Alexander, coordinator for grades 5 and 6. Miss Devapramola, coordinator for grades 3 and 4. Miss Vandana Srivastav, coordinator for grades 1 and 2. Miss Farsana Khan, coordinator for pre-primary. So these are the coordinated. You have, if you have got any problems, please get in touch with your respective coordinators or to me. We are always here to help you out with a solution. Then we have the admin manager's number, Miss Sharika, and front office we have the email ID and the phone number, that is Miss Janet, and admissions also email ID and phone number is there, that is of Janet. And accounts we have the email ID of Miss Sridevi, and feedback you have there. Suppose you want to give some kind of suggestion or feedback, you may write to feedback.at@dschyd.com. We look into the matter and get back to you at the earliest. So these are some of the things I wanted to tell you. And please, as I told you, we'll be issuing the school almanac. All these details are given in the school almanac. You have the key contacts, holiday list, you have everything, and month-wise, when is the exam, when is the UT, PT, everything is given in this. So I request rules and regulations, everything is there. So I request all the parents to go through the almanac, and also you are expected to fill the student profile. There are 2 pages, you are expected to do that. The emergency contacts, details of the child, all those things. So I will be issuing it on 12th, that is tomorrow. Please go through, fill it up, and return to us the student profile details.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Siji ma'am, the coordinator of grades 5 and 6, to appraise us about the curriculum and assessment pattern. Over to you, Siji ma'am.
Thank you, dear Aisha. Good morning, dear parents. The influence of teachers extend beyond the classroom well into the future. It is they who shape and enrich the minds of the young, who touch their hearts and souls. It is they who shape a nation's future. Before briefing you all about the evaluation pattern followed in DSE, let me introduce to you the energetic team of teachers handling grades 6, 7, and 8 respectively. Here we have the HRTs of grade 6, Ms. Ambika Kalyani, grade 6A, Ms. Usha Rani, grade 6B, Ms. Durga Prasanna, grade 6C, Ms. Harini, grade 6D, Ms. Shweta, grade 6E. Here we have the teachers handling various subjects in the grade 6. You can have a quick glance of it, dear parents. Next, we have the HRTs of grade 7 and 8, coordinated by Ms. Lakshmi Gauri, the headmistress of the school. Please make note of the teachers handling grade 7. Aisha Nasreen, the HRT of grade 7A. Ms. Bhavani, the HRT of grade 7B. Ms. Manjulata, the HRT of grade 7C. Ms. Geeta Sanghi, the HRT grade 7D. Miss Swapna, HRT grade 7E. Miss Aisha, HRT grade 8A. Miss Asma, HRT grade 8B. Mr. Das Karthik, HRT grade 8C. Miss Renuka Gupta, HRT 8D. And Miss Priya Singh, HRT grade 8E. Next, we have the subject teachers handling grades 7 here. You can take a note of it. This is the slide for the subject teachers handling grade 8. Assessment is a continuous and comprehensive process. It enables us to review the progress in learning from time to time. The assessment structure and examination under scholastic areas for grades 6 to 8 is divided in two terms, Term 1 and Term 2. The Term 1 in the academic session 24-25, as you are aware, began from 27th March and will continue through 30th September, in which we will conduct periodic test 1 in the July month and periodic test 2, half-yearly exam, in the month of September. Similarly, in Term 2, which begins from 1st October through 22nd March, we have periodic assessment 3 in January and annual exam in the month of March. Let me apprise you about the assessment pattern. As mentioned earlier, in Term 1, we conduct periodic assessment, which is of 40 marks, and the duration is 1.5 hours, and PT2, half yearly as we generally call, of 80 marks with the duration of 3 hours. Other than the PT1 and PT2, there are other assessments too, like the multiple assessment, under which we conduct the cycle test 1 and cycle test 2 and the micro teaching for 10 marks each. Students take up micro teaching sessions. Through these sessions, they develop essential teaching skills such as lesson planning, classroom management, and effective communication, and above all, their confidence. By observing peers and receiving feedback, students are exposed to various teaching styles and techniques, broadening their collection. Students also learn from each other's experiences and feedback, fostering a collaborative learning environment. Students can practice and refine skills such as questioning techniques, explaining concepts, or understanding educational technology. By incorporating micro-teaching into their training, students gain a practical, hands-on approach to learning. All these carries 30 marks, which is scaled down to 5 marks. Next comes portfolio. Here you can notice the mention of notebook assessment. Notebook submission as a part of internal assessment aims at enhancing the seriousness of students towards writing notes for the topics being taught in the classroom as well as other assignments. Notebooks are assessed for regularity, neatness, flowcharts, and mind maps. Each parameter carries 10 marks. In Term 1, it's in June, July, and August. So a total of 90 marks is scaled down to 5 marks. Subject enrichment assessments are awarded for subject-specific activities aimed at enhancing the understanding and skills of the students. These activities will be carried out throughout the term and the students would be evaluated. Subject enrichment assessment is done for the art integration projects in different subjects, which carries 10 marks. Then we have activities like ASL in the languages, map pointing for social science, and lab activities in mathematics and science, which carries 20 marks. So a total of 30, which is scaled down to 5 marks in the consolidated report. So in Term 1, we can see that PT1 is scaled down to 5 marks, multiple assessment 5 marks, portfolio 5 marks, subject enrichment 5 marks, and half yearly 80 marks, a total of 100 marks. Coming to term 2, this term also the students are assessed in a similar way as term 1. Periodic assessment 3, which includes a written test of 40 marks and annual examination of 18 marks. Under multiple assessment 2, we have cycle test 3, cycle test 4, and panel discussions by the students. The student-led panel discussions enhance the students' learning experience. These discussions offer a multitude of benefits. Students delve deeper into topics by researching and preparing, solidifying their comprehension. By presenting information and engaging in respectful debate, they strengthen their communication and critical thinking skills. Collaboration on these discussions foster teamwork. Most importantly, the entire class actively participates, learning from their peers' diverse perspectives and presentations. This not only builds confidence in presenting, but also creates a dynamic, engaging learning environment where students become active participants in their own education. Then we have portfolio 2. In term 2, notebook is evaluated 5 times, that is in the month of October, November, December, January, and February. A total of 150 marks scaled down to 5 marks. Regularity carries 10 marks, neatness carries 10 marks, flowchart carries 10 marks, so total 30. For the 5 months, 150 marks scaled down to 5 marks. Next is the subject enrichment. It is the same as term 1. However, the art integration projects have to be presented in the class by the students and they will be assessed by the peers. So the final total of 100 marks include PT3, multiple assessment 2, portfolio 2, subject enrichment 2, and the annual exam. Moving on to the co-scholastic assessment. Co-scholastic activities in schools serve a bunch of important purposes that go beyond just academics. For the holistic development of students, co-scholastic activities will be carried out and graded term-wise, that is term 1 and term 2, and the assessments will be graded with 3-point scale for grades 6 to 8. Let us have a look at the various co-scholastic activities: health and physical education and yoga, visual and performing arts, clubs, and life skills. Health and physical education and yoga classes are taken only on a weekly basis. Under visual and performing arts, students are offered activities like art, Western and classical dance, music, dramatics, and culinary art. Students were given an option to choose their first preference and the second preference of activities. We have tried to accommodate the students mostly according to their first preference. However, the strength of based on the strength of the number, we have divided the students if at all we couldn't accommodate to their first preference. We request you parents to kindly understand and cooperate. As most of us are aware that this year we have introduced clubs for the students of grades 6, 7 and 8. So instead of work education, we have introduced clubs for the students of grades 6, 7 and 8. For grade 6, we have Eco Club. Grade 7, we have Quiz Club. And grade 8, we have the Heritage Club. For life skills, the evaluation is done on the basis of conceptual understanding and participation on a 3-point grade. Moving on to discipline. Discipline is essential to maintain a conducive learning environment in school. The students will be assessed with the discipline, which will be based on the factors like attitude towards teachers, attitude towards schoolmates, attitude towards programs and environment, value systems, and personal tidiness. Grading of discipline will also be done term-wise on a 3-point grading scale. A for outstanding, B very good, and C fair. These are the sports activities offered only for grade 6, dear parents. Before I conclude, dear parents, I would like to add one point that as parents or guardians, your involvement in your child's education is the most important factor in your child's success in school. Wishing the students, parents, all the best for the academic year 24-25.
Thank you, Siji ma'am. Now, may I request Soumya ma'am to brief us about different platforms of communication.
Thank you, Aisha ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Effective communication is very important in every organization. In DSC, we follow many platforms for proper and effective communication. In that, one is DSC Parent Portal app, which is available for both Android and iPhone users. So you can go to Play Store, in Google Play Store, Android users, and iPhone users, you can download it from the App Store. So for downloading the app, you need to type DSC Parent Portal in the App Store. You can see our DSC logo over here. You install the app. Once it is installed, you can see the icon on the home screen of your mobile. When you tap it for the first time, it will ask you to allow some permissions. You need to allow the permissions so that you can download any PDFs or circulars into your mobile. If you are not allowing, you can't able to download the PDFs from the DSC app. Once you give all the permissions, then it will take you to the welcome screen where you need to type the username and password. Username and password for the first time will be the enrollment ID of the student. Enrollment ID, you can find it on the fee payment slips or student ID cards also once it is issued. So you have two types of logins like parent login and student login. For student, you need to type the enrollment ID. For parents, if you want to log in, you need to type P underscore enrollment ID. P must be the small p. So once you type the username and password, click on that remember me so that the password will be saved in your mobile. And then click on login. It will take you to the welcome screen where you can see the student profile pic and class section. If you are having only one student in the school, you can find like this one profile. If you are having two students or three students in your school, in our school, you can find three profiles. Up to three profiles, one app can adjust. So three profiles you can see here. If you are having two students, but still you can't see the two profiles in one application, maybe the point of contact is different for the both students. So contact the front office and make the point of contact same, then you can able to see the two profiles over here. Tap on the continue to go to the app. It will take you to the main menu of the application. Here you can see announcements, assignments, timetables. Let's see one by one. The first one is the announcements where you can find the circulars with circular numbers. When you click on view more or download the attachment, you can download the attachment in a PDF form and you can check the circulars. Other than the circulars, you can find the WTRs. WTRs are very important one for the parents where you can find the weekly, according to the subjects, what happened in each subject you can see over here in the WTRs. So you can find the subject teacher name and what they covered in that particular week, any worksheet issued or not, any activity has scheduled on that day or not, and what they plan for the next week. Everything you can find over here, including the second language, third language, and IT. Next, we have assignments. In these assignments, you can find the worksheets. Once the worksheet is issued in the school, then we will be uploading the worksheet in the assignments so that you can download the worksheet and make the students practice. Next, we have attendance. So here you can see the particular month attendance and how many total number of working days per month and the days the student present particular month. And you can see a pictorial representation also here about the attendance. Next, we have timetable. You can see a day's timetable over here. So you can see that particular day's timetable with the timings and subject teacher names over there, and you can plan for the day. Next, we have very important one, that is the class diary. This will be updated on daily basis. By the end of the day, by 3 o'clock, we will be updating the homeworks every day in the DSC app. So you can check the daily homeworks in class diary. So when you click on the class diary, you can see here the dates and the homework. If you want to go to the previous day's homework, you can switch over and you can check the previous day's homework as well. Next, we have here is the transport. This will be available only for the student who opted the transport facility. So when you tap on that, you can see the pickup time, the route number, and the pickup details, timings, everything over here. This will be available only for the student who opted the transport facility. Next, we have in the main menu on the top right corner, you can see 3 dots over there. When you tap on the dots, 3 dots, you can find the add sibling. So when you click on the add sibling, you can switch over the accounts over here. And the second one we have is the profile. So in this, 2 profiles will be there. One is parent profile and one is the student profile. In this profile, you can see the admission number, Aadhaar card number, class group, which house the student belong to, enrollment ID. And in parents profile, you can see their full name and their mobile numbers. If you have any change in these details, contact the front office and do the changes. Next, we have the change password option. We are not encourage you to change the password. If you are changing the password, please keep it right somewhere so that you will not forget. If anybody forgot the password, we have an option in your end only. We have an option of forget password. So you can click on the forget password and it will ask you to type the mail ID of the parent. Type the mail ID, then the password will be sent to the parent's mail ID. Next, we have logout. If you log out the DSC app, you can't able to get the notification sound. So always keep login so that whenever we send any information or notification you got, you will be getting the sound. If any problem is there in the DSC app, if you can't able to access this, we have a web version also for the DSC app. That is in your browser, laptop or desktop browser. You type dsc.myclassboard.com. Then you can able to see this screen over there. Then again type the username and password. Then it will take you to the main menu. This is the main menu where you can have the same things that you see in the app, like announcements, assignments, class diaries, everything like a normal app. Other than the application, we are having some social media sites where we are going to upload everything in a daily basis. Like this is our website, dschyd.com. And Facebook ID is Delhi School of Excellence .Attapur. We are uploading photographs, everything in the Facebook. And follow us in the YouTube also. We are uploading the videos in the YouTube channel. Thank you, Aisha ma'am. Forward to you.
Thank you, Soumya ma'am. Now it's time to open the platform for queries. Let me read out one of the questions from one of the parents. She says, many schools are going for a 5-day school. Can it be implemented in our school as well?
Yeah, we have a 5-day school for pre-primary to grade 5th. Only for grade 6 to 10, we have 6 days. Of course, considering the activities and the scholastic competitions, all those things are there. So we are having it only for the middle school and the high school 6-day school. Anyway, we'll think about it if things come out from the government or something. Otherwise, 6 to 10 we'll have a 6-day school during this academic year.
Thank you, sir. There is another request from a parent. He wants a class-wise teacher allotment that was shared. It was not clear. So they want us to share it once again.
I think it will be in the YouTube link itself. It is there. They can just post it and see. Otherwise, we can post in the class group. Not a problem. We'll post in the class group. That can be done. Not a problem.
Thank you, sir. And I don't have like any more questions as well now. I think.
So thank you, dear parents. We are all waiting to welcome the students to the school from tomorrow. Please ensure that you send the children regularly to school. Check the almanac. Help them to complete all the given homework. And I'm sure that you have been quite supportive about whatever activities that we undertake. I'm sure that you are going to continue with the same. Let's all work hard, strive hard, and make this academic year a fruitful one for our students. Thank you so much, dear parents, for joining for the orientation. Let's make this academic year the best one possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, and Headmistress Ma'am. We thank you, dear parents, for your patience and trust, and hope that we work together proactively and maintain a healthy and protective environment all through. Let's together continue to find opportunities to collaborate and work towards improved learning for your world. Let us conclude this session with a positive energy and hope as we are all looking forward to meet our children, brightening up the school with their presence as they unpack their bags, decorate the classrooms with color, and set off on one of the life's greatest adventures. Thank you once again. Wish you a wonderful and successful year ahead. Now, may I request everyone to rise for the national anthem. Thank you, everyone.